We begin today's wrestling news and rumors video with some sad and unfortunate news regarding The Rock, and more so The Rock's return to WWE. Now, as many of you are likely aware, while The Rock was unable to make his return to WWE for WrestleMania 37 due to his filming obligations, there still had been lots of rumors that Vince McMahon and WWE were still planning to eventually have the massive Universal Championship match between The Rock and his cousin Roman Reigns, with WrestleMania 38 being rumored as the most likely pay-per-view for this match to occur or happen. And previously, The Rock had even teased his return to WWE for this mega match against Roman Reigns, with Rock basically making it clear that once he had that time to return, he would come back to WWE to fulfill this dream match for a lot of fans. However, in a recent interview, The Rock unfortunately put all these rumors of a WWE comeback in the immediate future to bed, with Rock making it clear that a Roman Reigns match at WrestleMania 38 is sadly now out of the question. Here's The Rock's message about the rumors of a match against Roman Reigns. "I can tell you, there is no truth to that right now. Possibly down the road we will see. We stay very close, myself and Roman Reigns, and I'm very happy and very proud with the work he's doing, as well as the Usos, my other family members. Those guys will continue to do what they're doing and we'll see down the road." The Rock also talked about having one last match down the line or having one final title reign, and here's The Rock's comment on that. "I don't know if I have another title run, considering I'm the people's champion, but I don't know if it's another title run. I think possibly, there might be another match down the road. It would have to make sense." So clearly The Rock is not completely ruling out a WWE return to wrestle one final match. But as of right now, there is sadly no truth to the reports that The Rock could be scheduled to face off against Roman Reigns at next year's WrestleMania 38 pay-per-view event, no matter how badly fans want to see it. And this is pretty unfortunate news considering this was such a hyped up match that made sense for a number of reasons, and was simply a blockbuster WrestleMania worthy match. The Rock is definitely not young whatsoever at 49 years old, and if he was ever to make a return to WWE, it would likely have to be within the next couple of years, otherwise it is doubtful The Rock would want to jeopardize his health wrestling in his 50s, especially when he has so many big movie obligations. However, The Rock still had some positive things to say about his cousin Roman Reigns and the work he's currently doing in WWE lately as a heel. And while The Rock may not want to wrestle the head of the table, he was very complimentary of Roman. And here's Rock's message about his cousin Roman Reigns. "It seems like Roman, I'm very close to Roman obviously, and we talk about this all the time, and I continue to encourage him to keep doing this thing, keep sharpening those skills. I think he's doing a great job with his promo, his execution, his in-ring work. It all continues to improve and grow, and that's always the best part. I think about the world of professional wrestling is that when someone gets anointed and given the ball to run, they either score a touchdown with it or they don't. But then some not only score a touchdown with it, but then they begin to change the way the game is played, and in Roman's case, he's slowly doing that, and you could start to read the tea leaves, and again I'm very proud of him. I like everything that he's doing, I like everything that the Usos are doing as well. I like what they're doing together, and we'll see down the road." However, with this news that The Rock will not be returning to WWE anytime soon, this basically confirms that Vince McMahon will now be planning Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship match at WrestleMania 38 next year instead, which is definitely not a bad match either, especially with Brock Lesnar's new babyface character, which adds some more intrigue to it. Regardless, let us know your thoughts and opinions on the sad news that The Rock has confirmed that he will not be coming back to WWE in the near future for a clash against the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. Are you disappointed that this match won't be happening at WrestleMania 38 and perhaps ever if The Rock doesn't end up returning for another match? Or do you like the sounds of a babyface Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns bout at the Showcase of the Immortals next year better anyways? Sound off in the comment section below. We now have some news regarding Bayley's status in WWE, and more specifically, when Bayley can be expected to finally make her return to the WWE's women's division. Because as most of you are likely aware, Bayley has unfortunately been sidelined and away from television since early July 2021 because of an ACL injury that would require Bayley to be gone for several months at the very least. While initial rumors indicated that Bayley could theoretically be gone from WWE through WrestleMania 38 and not be cleared to come back until late spring 2022, One of our sources has mentioned that Vince McMahon and other backstage officials are now expecting Bayley to be coming back to WWE a lot sooner than that, which is definitely great news, with new rumors going around indicating that Bayley is likely penciled in to make her WWE return during the 2022 Women's Royal Rumble match if all things go according to plan. And as of right now, Bayley is one of the top 5 favorites being speculated to pull off the Royal Rumble win next year. And if Bayley is able to come back at the Royal Rumble, it is actually very possible that the former Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion pulls off the surprise win. Regardless, let us know your thoughts on the new reports that Bayley will likely be returning early next year for the Royal Rumble. And do you think that Bayley should end up winning the Royal Rumble match on a return to guarantee a women's title opportunity at WrestleMania 38? Or do you feel that there is another women's division star who deserves this big win more? Sound off in the comment section below. We finish off today's wrestling news and rumors video with some breaking news that WWE could soon be releasing even more wrestlers in the near future, meaning that the 18 WWE superstars fired on Thursday of last week, including the likes of Nia Jax, Keith Lee, and Karrion Kross, may not be the last talent Vince McMahon decides to cut. Without question, 2021 has been a marquee year for WWE in terms of huge releases and firings, with talent being let go left and right. And according to one of our sources, despite the mass WWE releases from last week, Vince could still have some more wrestlers he is planning to fire in the coming weeks or days. Now, one source mentioned that there were about 10 other wrestlers on the WWE roster that were being discussed and considered to be released last week along with the 18 that were actually let go, with many of the wrestlers also considered to be fired coming from NXT, with 2 names being Danny Burch and Timothy Thatcher as strong candidates to be fired soon. However, a new backstage rumor has revealed that while a lot of these 10 wrestlers are older NXT talent, there still is likely a few more main roster superstars being released in the near future as well, although it still is anyone's guess as to which stars are next to be fired. However, one of our sources went on to state a few current main roster superstars possibly being discussed to be released next. And some possible names that could be included in the next batch of WWE releases include former Women's Tag Team Champion Tamina, Dana Brooke, Dolph Ziggler, Bobby Roode, and Samoa Joe. Now, by all means, the fact that Samoa Joe is once again being considered to be released from WWE after previously being fired and then brought back is truly unfortunate, and it is clear that Vince just does not see enough potential in Samoa Joe to keep him around on the roster for much longer, as sad as that may be.